Unfolding. So speaking of action, one of the greatest things that I got to do this past couple of months is hire a new police chief. And this has to definitely be one of the highlights of my administration, to bring somebody on board who not only cares about the neighborhood, but he's from the neighborhood, somebody who's born and raised right down the street from here, that I've had the pleasure of getting to know through the interview process, had the pleasure of hiring, and have had the pleasure of working with for the last couple of months. So in case you all don't know, his name is Chief Ernest Martineau. He's been doing a wonderful job, and I want to welcome him here to speak before you today.
Thank you, Mayor. Can everybody hear me all right? Excellent. Thank you for those kind words. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ernest Martineau, and I'm your new Chief of Police. I was so excited to be part of this initiative when it first came to me. This area means so much to me, I can't even explain it. I'm from this area. All my success is because of the lessons that I learned growing up on Elm Street. Let me give you a little history about myself. I was born and brought up in Fitchburg, and I lived most of my adolescent life right on Elm Street, 399 Elm Street. That was back in the 70s. It was quite a neighborhood back in the 70s, and it still is quite a neighborhood. Back in the 70s, to give you a little bit of history, it was an old Finnish neighborhood. There was a ton of pride in that neighborhood, just like there is today. I look back on my time living on Elm Street and some of the lessons I learned. It was about community then. It was about the schools we went to. We didn't have backyards. When you grow up in a tenement, and you start on the third floor, it's a big deal when you make your way down and you're finally on the first floor of that tenement. And we didn't have backyards living on Elm Street. Our backyard was the neighborhood. We played at Lowell Playground. We went to Crocker School. We went to B.F. Brown. That was our community. So when I was asked to get involved with this initiative, I was excited because, number one, I'm here today because of the life lessons I learned on Elm Street. And I owe a lot of my success to that fact, growing up on Elm Street and being part of that neighborhood. So with that, I bring that experience. I know what it was like to be part of a community that was so tight. And there's so much potential. You know what? Elm Street in this neighborhood hasn't changed all that much. There's still families that care. It's evident by what we see tonight. This past week, I sent out some of the interns from the police department, and we flyered the neighborhood. I'm hoping, did anybody in here get the flyers that we sent out in the neighborhood? I wanted to spread the word. This turnout's phenomenal, what we see tonight. A couple messages I want to get across to the group tonight as I speak. Communication is going to be the key to success. Communication, talking, and fostering trust. I can assure you, as the Chief of Police, I'm going to be accessible to everybody in this room, in this entire community. But more importantly, this North of Main Street project, it's just near and dear to my heart for a couple of reasons. Growing up there, but also the police department is located right here. We can't be seen just as the cops that live on the street. We need to be seen as your neighbor. I want people in this room, to view us as your neighbor. I don't want you to view us as there goes the cop driving by in car 3. We're human beings. We live here, and we want to be your neighbor. We want to be active in your concerns. Every one of your concerns is important to me. I'm going to make it my mission for the next 3 years as your chief that I hear your concerns. Communication, communication, communication. Communication will build trust. I look back in the 70s. Back in the 70s when we grew up on Elm Street, there was a ton of communication. That was before emails, before text messaging, before Facebook. How did we communicate then? We communicated by talking to our neighbors. We made it a point. We knew everybody in the block by first name. I'm not sure if that's happening today. We're so reliant on cell phones and Facebook. All we know is text messaging. So I'm going to leave you with this. I want to make a challenge to everybody in this room, everybody in our community. We need to get back to communicating. I want you, if you don't know who lives to the left and the right of you, sometime in the next 2 weeks, make it a point to go over there and introduce yourself. Hey, my name's Ernie, I live at the police station. Or you just introduce yourself. And that will spread. It's going to be contagious. It'll be like the common cold. You get out there, Spread the word. My name is so-and-so. I'm from the neighborhood. I care. We start building that type of communication, it's just going to spread like wildfire. And then things can really happen. So this is a great initiative, great turnout tonight. I'm so excited to be part of this, and I'm excited about the future of this project and the city in general. So thank you. I'm always available to you guys. Feel free to contact me for anything. Thank you.